Okay.
Okay.
Oh, yeah. And so, and do you have another questions? Oh, yeah. The next 9/11, and some citizen people will make some demonstration or something.
I haven't heard of anything. There might be something. I mean, if yeah, I mean, the only demonstrations that I've been seeing, and that was like last year, I think, when September 11th was, it was last year, is when they wanted to open up an Arab cultural center, like near where the World Trade Center was. And it wasn't even that close. It was a few blocks away, but they wanted to open up an Arab cultural center there. You know, they had like people, Muslim faith can go there, people of Arabic heritage can be there. But there was a lot of racist opposition to the opening of this because of the fact that the men who hijacked the planes, they were Muslim, even though Islam is not a religion of hate in our society. You know, we're very conservative Christian nation, the United States, and so there was a lot of like anger that this Arab Cultural Center was going to be open, but they are going to move ahead and open it because our country's built on liberties, and one of the liberties is freedom of religion, freedom of speech. So you can have people protesting it. That's fine. That's what our country's built on, freedom of speech. But you also have people who can then open up a center and have their own language there. They can have their own religion there, even though that religion in many people's minds is connected to the tragedy of September 11th. So that's been some protests I've seen, some against the Arab Islamic Cultural Center, or maybe Islamic, I'm sorry, I don't know if it's an Arabic Cultural Center or Islamic Cultural Center. And then people who were against it and some people who were for it. There might be some of that again. I mean, I would say that there's probably going to be some people there from things like the 9/11 Truth Commission.
That's
you know, or Truth Committee or whatever. Probably there with their signs saying that 9/11 was a government crime. It was done by the United States. There's going to be people that are protesting, but I don't think they're a very large group of people. They might be pretty small and they're pretty fringe. I think, if anything, there's going to be so much security around the World Trade Center site that they're not going to get very close. And now they're only letting people who go there who have like a ticket. You had to get like a ticket to go to the memorial, because this is the first year where the memorial is going to be available for people to go to. And so they have, I don't know if the tickets were free. They probably were free, but you had to go online to get them. So they only allow certain people to go there. So if I wanted to go on September 11th, 10-year anniversary, and go to the site, they wouldn't let me go to the memorial because I don't have a ticket. So that's what's different this year, is they're going to have this opening of the memorial, or at least part of it, because it's not all finished yet.
So you may have not such a large demonstration or something?
I don't think so. I mean, I think part of the reason it's hard, I think, for people to, even if they are critical of the government that brought on, that they might believe brought on 9/11, or that they were involved in 9/11 or whatever, or they're very upset about what the government has done since September 11th, whatever reasons they want to speak about September 11th. I think that especially because it's New York where it happened, that there's, even if you are critical about what happened in September 11th, there's such a deep wound, there's a lot of pain in the city still because of what happened, that it's hard to protest against, like, September, or not, I wouldn't say against, but it's hard to speak up about September 11th in any way that looks like that you're angry about this or you want more answers, because people will then think that you are that you're protesting against the victims, the people who got killed, and then they'll say that, you know, how dare you, they killed 3,000 of us, what are you doing? Because I remember one of the first demonstrations I went to after September 11th was in early October when the bombs started falling in Afghanistan. So, because I didn't want my government to kill more people, innocent people in Afghanistan who were not on those planes. You know, I didn't want my government to do that, but when we went out to protest, people were spitting on us, people were yelling at us, because they thought that even though we were protesting against the bombing in Afghanistan, they thought they saw that as somehow like being like against the people who got killed in September in the World Trade Center and the Pentagon. I mean, they think that even though you're critical about your government doing something like bombing another country, they just draw that connection to like, oh, what are you supporting Al-Qaeda? What are you doing? How could you dare protest? They killed 3,000 of our people, you know, and it's like, yeah, I'm sad that they killed 3,000 of our people, but that doesn't mean that then we have to go out and kill other people. See, I think in our culture in the United States, and I think it might be in other places, although very much so in the United States, justice in our society is seen as revenge, which is, I don't think that's justice. But a lot of people in our culture think that if somebody killed somebody, then we have to take that person and kill them. So it's very conservative. It's very traditional, very old, whatever. But it's just, I think that's why, you know, in our country, you don't really have justice, because it's too closely connected to, you know, vengeance and doing more violence. And I don't think that's justice. So that's, yeah, it's a big thing that this country has to shift, because we still have the death penalty. You know, we still kill people in jail. We incarcerate. We put more people in jail than any country in the whole world. So we're a very punitive nation in that sense. And yeah, I mean, I think that it's not just how we do that with our prisoners here, it's how we do it with other countries around the world. You know, in a way we are like a big policeman going around telling them, like, you have to do this, you have to do that, because we are the most powerful country. Militarily, we're definitely the most powerful country. But that doesn't make us the most just country, because we have all the bombs.
Okay. So thank you. And could you guide?
Sure. We'll give us a quick tour.
Oh yeah.
So this is the conference room that we share.
This is the conference room.
Right, we share the conference room. Right in here is we have a little sound booth. So we do some.
Sound.
Yeah. So sometimes we tape inside here. You know, a little installation, and then close the door. So then you have to be a little quiet in there. Let me take you around this way. This is they're not here right now, but this is the Independent. They have
free paper.
They have, you can have it. This is the newspaper. If you want, you can have a copy. Please, you can take as many as you want. Over here is it's just an empty office. We used to be here. We used to have that office. This is a place where it's like, you know, we have a couple of computers here when we do some of our training classes. Some of the folks come here to practice. This is mine and Abdullah's office.
Thanks.
So this is where Abdullah sits. This is where I sit over here, my desk. Right.
You use an Apple?
Yeah, I use a Mac.
Mac?
Yeah, I use a Mac. Then we also have a PC.
PC.
We use for. We do this because we teach a class, and a lot of times the people we work with, they don't have a lot of money, and when they're training them, so Macs cost a lot of money, but a little notebook like this costs like $400.
Oh, yeah.
This is, $2,000. So people can afford this computer. So when we train people, we train them on a computers that they can work with because they can pay for it. Let's go out here. And she's not here right now, but this is our ED, our executive director. Marissa John is here. There's a little kitchen area that we have here. This is an organization who also shares a space. They're called Jews for Racial and Economic Justice. So they're another grassroots, social justice group. This is a group, Code Pink.
Code Pink.
They do a lot of organizing, a lot of it against the war. Like bring the troops home, bring the war home. But they do a lot of activism. They like to go into into Congress when they're having committee hearings, and they protest. So they're a strong activist group. There's Nanda.
Thank you.
And this is the copy area. So we share, making copies here. This is Nanda's office here. Some of the folks here who work at the funding exchange. It's Friday, so people leave a little early.
Yeah, and especially today it's very hot.
Yeah, I know. It's
to
really hot. This is just a little lobby area. And then just in here is the big conference room.
Conference room.
We were just in the little conference room, so we just went around. But this is the big conference room that we have. Just to have. Sometimes we do our classes in here, but we have all our meetings in here. But like I said, we share the space with Independent, Funding Exchange, JFresh, and Code Pink. So so that's we can wind up back over here. Where we started, and that's the end of the tour.
Thank you.
Okay.
Thank you. I appreciate.
You're welcome. No problem.
Thank you very much.
Sure.
Okay.
Okay.